My name's Lisa.
And my name's Kevin.
Kevin, where are we?
We're here at Joann. It's a craft store, and today we're going to learn great vocabulary about crafts.
Let's get started. Kevin, what do they sell here at the craft store?
Well, they sell a lot of things, including fabric. They sell a lot of fabric.
Is it countable or uncountable?
Normally it's not countable. We just say fabric, not fabrics or one fabric, just fabric.
And how do I buy it?
Well, they sell the fabric by the yard. You have to buy it by the yard.
Do we have to say the yard?
Yes, we have to say the. You can't say by yard, we say by the yard. And a yard is 3 feet.
And what kind of fabric do they have here?
They have a lot of different kinds of fabric.
What about cotton fabric?
Sure, they have cotton fabric, all kinds of fabric.
How do we pronounce fabric?
Fabric. Use the short A sound like black cat for the first syllable, fabric. Then the short I sound like this is, fabric. Put the stress on the first syllable. They sell a lot of fabric here at the craft store.
How do we pronounce yard?
Yard. That's right, they sell the fabric by the yard. Use the open Y sound like yellow and yesterday, plus the R sound like car and far. Together, yard. And a stop D, yard. They sell fabric by the yard. Remember, that's 3 feet. 3 feet equals 1 yard.
Look what I have. These are pins, but they're different. Kevin, what kind of pins are these?
Those are just regular pins. Pronunciation, use the short I sound like this is, pin. Not pen like you write with, but pin. These are regular push pins.
What about these pins?
Well, those pins are different. Those are called safety pins. I think they're called safety pins because you can close them and they're safer. So that's why they're called safety pins.
These are pins. Kevin, what do you have?
I have 2 different things. I have needles. These are called needles. They have a little hole in the top of them, and that's called the eye of the needle. You put the thread through the eye of the needle.
What's the verb? What about the verb?
The verb, when you put thread through the needle, we use the verb thread. You thread the needle. That means you put the thread through the eye of the needle. That means you thread the needle. And these are different. These are called tacks. Or you can call them thumbtacks because you push them with your thumb. That's why they're called thumbtacks. You stick them in the wall or whatever you want.
Kevin, what do all these things have in common?
They're all sharp. You have to be careful with them because they all have a pointy end. We say sharp. They're all sharp. Be careful. Tacks or thumbtacks, needles,
Pins and safety pins. They're all sharp. And what do? Do they poke you?
They can if you're not careful, so be careful with these. They're all sharp.
Let's do some more vocabulary. Here I have a spool of thread. Kevin, how do we pronounce spool?
Spool. We pronounce it with a long oo plus a dark L. Spool, like cool and pool. This is a spool of thread. That's how you buy thread, on a spool.
And the verb is to thread. You thread the needle.
That's right, that means you put the thread through the eye of the needle, through the needle. You thread the needle, and this is a spool of thread.
Kevin, how do we pronounce thread?
Thread. We have the TH making the voiceless sound with air, plus the R, thir. Be careful, not thr, but thread, plus the vowel e like red and bed. Thread. This is a spool of thread.
Kevin, what do you have?
I have some scissors. These are scissors.
Kevin, can I say 2 scissors?
Sometimes Americans say 1 scissors and 2 scissors, but it's not right. You're supposed to say 1 pair of scissors and 2 pairs of scissors. This is correct. I have 2 pairs of scissors.
Kevin, how do we pronounce scissors?
We use the short I sound like this is, scissors. The middle consonant is the Z sound, like zebra. Make the voice, z, scissors. Plus the sound like burger, scissors. And the last S is also the zebra sound, zzz, make the voice. These are scissors. I have 2 pairs of scissors.
Kevin, are they sharp?
I hope so. They're brand new. They better be sharp.
What is the opposite of sharp?
The opposite of sharp is dull. If these scissors are dull, I will take them back because new scissors should be sharp, not dull.
How do we pronounce dull?
Dull. Use the short sound like cup and up. Dull. Plus the dark L. Dull. The dark L. Dull. These scissors are not dull because they're brand new. They're very sharp. That's the opposite.
Kevin, what do we have here?
We have sewing machines. These are sewing machines.
So what about the verb sew?
The verb is sew. Use the long O sound like no and go. Sew. You sew with a sewing machine.
What about the past form?
In the past, we say sewed. We just have the D sound at the end. Sewed. You put ED, link the sounds. Sewed.
Kevin, can you sew?
No, I cannot sew. Can you sew?
Yeah, I can. I used to sew dresses for the girls.
That's right. You used to sew. So in the present sew, in the past sewed, and the participle is different. The participle is sewn. I have never sewn anything in my life.
But I have sewn a few dresses for the girls, for my daughters.
Have you ever sewn anything in your life with the sewing machine? Very good.
What about the lady who's sewing? What do you call her?
A lady who sews things is called a seamstress. She's a seamstress because her job is sewing things.
So what does she do at work?
She sews things all day at work, and we call her a seamstress.
And she has a sewing machine. This is a sewing machine.
That's right. She sews things with her sewing machine.
Do you have a sewing machine? Good job. Kevin, look what I have.
What is that?
This is ribbon. Is it countable or uncountable?
Both. Sometimes we say ribbon and it's not countable. We're going to buy some ribbon. But if I cut a piece off and I make something with it, it's called a ribbon. So we use it both ways.
Kevin, what is it on?
The ribbon is on a spool. This is a spool of ribbon. Remember a spool of thread? This is a spool of ribbon.
Kevin, how do you pronounce ribbon?
Ribbon. It's two syllables. Put the stress on the first syllable. Ribbon. Use the short I sound like this is. Rib. Ribbon. And the second syllable is not stressed. It's relaxed and closed. Ribbon. This is a spool of ribbon. Hey, Lisa, what do you have there?
These are buttons.
That's right. Those are buttons. Remember the pronunciation. Use the stop T, but, and then go to the N. Buttons. These are buttons. There are small buttons, large buttons, and medium-sized buttons. This is a bag of buttons.
What about the verb?
The verb. We sew on a button. We have to use the phrasal verb, sew on. You cannot say, I sew a button. You sew on a button. If a button is missing, you can sew on a button. If you know how, but I don't know how to sew on a button. Do you know how to sew on a button?
Yeah, I know how to sew on a button.
Do you know how to sew on a button? Very good. Today we're going to learn and practice with the three pronunciations of words ending in EW. We have these three words: few, new, and so. Let's take a closer look. With the word new, we see the most common pronunciation of EW. It's pronounced oo. The long oo sound like food and moon. Pronunciation: new. Not new, but oo, new. Example: new shoes. Or New York. Let's practice. Does he have a new car? That's right, he has a new car. Other examples: chew and chewy. Chew is a verb, it's an action. And chewy is an adjective, it's a description. Example: the dog likes to chew on the shoes. Let's practice. Does the dog like to chew on the shoes? That's right, the dog likes to chew on the shoes. Or the adjective chewy makes the oo sound. Chew-y. Together, chewy. So example, you have chewy granola bars or crunchy granola bars. I prefer chewy granola bars. What about you? Do you prefer chewy granola bars or crunchy granola bars? Very good. We also have verbs in the past, like fly in the present, in the past, flew. That's right, not flew, but flew. It's the oo sound, the long oo, flew. In the present, fly. In the past, flew. If I ask a question, I say, where did he fly? And I answer with the past, He flew to New York. He flew to New York. Let's practice. Where did he fly? Did he fly to New York? That's right. He flew to New York. Or the verb blow in the past, blew. That's right. Just like the color blue, the pronunciation is the same. In the present, blow. In the past, blew. Example, the wind blew down the tree. Let's practice. What happened? Did the wind blow down the tree? That's right. The wind blew down the tree. Other verbs in the past, grow. In the past, grew. Example, the flowers grew very well in the garden. Let's practice. Did the flowers grow very well in the garden? That's right. The flowers grew very well in the garden. And the verb draw. In the past, drew. In the present, draw. In the past, drew. Example, he drew a picture of a dinosaur. Let's practice. Did he draw a picture of a dinosaur? That's right. He drew a picture of a dinosaur. And the verb throw. In the past, threw. Making the long oo sound. Threw. Example, he threw the ball. Let's practice. Did he throw the ball? That's right. He threw the ball. Example, crew. Crew is a noun. It's a group of workers. A group of workers is a crew. It's countable, so I have to say a crew. Example, there's a crew of workers in the building. Let's practice. Is there a crew of workers in the building? That's right, there's a crew of workers in the building. The word stew. Stew is a kind of soup. It usually has beef, potatoes, and other vegetables. Pronunciation, stew, using the long oo sound. Stew. Example, they're eating beef stew. Let's practice. What are they eating? Are they eating beef stew? Very good. I love beef stew. What do you think? Do you like beef stew? Very good. And we have the word brew, using the long oo sound. Brew. Brew can be a verb or a noun. Example, when you make coffee, the verb is brew. You brew coffee. Or if you make tea, you can brew tea. We also use this word for beer. When they make beer, they brew beer. So brew can be a verb. Example, he's brewing coffee. Let's practice. Is he brewing some coffee? That's right, he's brewing coffee. Or brew can be a kind of coffee. Example, cold brew is a kind of cold coffee. Example, they sell cold brew at Starbucks. Let's practice. Do they sell cold brew coffee at Starbucks? That's right, they sell cold brew coffee at Starbucks. And we have the word screw. Example, he has a screwdriver and some screws. Let's practice. Does he have a screwdriver and some screws? That's right, he has a screwdriver and some screws. Example, cashew. Using the long oo sound, cashew. A cashew is a kind of nut. We don't say cashew nuts, we just say cashews. 1 cashew, 2 cashews. These are cashews. I don't like cashews. Do you like cashews? Very good. Example, mildew. That's right, not mildew, but mildew. Ooh. We're using the most common pronunciation of EW at the end. Ooh. Mildew. Mildew is a kind of mold. It grows in your shower. Example, he's trying to clean the mildew off his shower. Let's practice. What is he doing? Is he trying to clean the mildew off his shower? That's right, he's trying to clean the mildew off his shower. Example, Jewish. Making the long oo, Jew, Jewish. Jewish is a description for the religion. These are Jewish people. Jewish is a description. It's an adjective describing the people. These are Jewish people. Let's practice. Are these Jewish people? That's right. These are Jewish people. Now let's talk about the word few. This word uses the u sound, like you. Together, few. Few. Not many. 2 or 3 or 4. A few. Example, he has a few dollars. Let's practice. Does he have a few dollars? That's right, he has a few dollars. Example, nephew. Again, making the u sound. Nephew. My brother is married and he has a son. My brother's son is my nephew. And my brother has a daughter. My brother's daughter is my niece. So I have a niece and nephew. Pronunciation, nephew. I have a nephew. What about you? Do you have a nephew? Very good. Let's look at the word pew, making the u sound. Pew is countable. A pew. A pew is a bench in a church. They're sitting in a pew. It's one countable noun. Let's practice. Are they sitting in a pew in church? That's right, they're sitting in a pew in church. This is a skewer, making the u sound. Skew. Skewer. Skewer is countable. This is a skewer. They're cooking on the skewer. Let's practice. Are they cooking on the skewer? That's right, they're cooking on the skewer. Example, curfew, making the u sound. Curfew. Curfew. Curfew is a time when you cannot be on the streets. If there is a curfew, that means you cannot be outside your house after a certain time. Example, there's a 10 o'clock curfew. That means you cannot be outside of your house after 10 o'clock. There's a curfew. Let's practice. Is there a 10 o'clock curfew? That's right, there's a 10 o'clock curfew. And the last sound is O. That's right, this word is pronounced so. The EW makes the long O sound, like know and grow. Sew. Sew is a verb. He is sewing on the sewing machine. Sew is the action. Example, he knows how to sew. I don't know how to sew, but he knows how to sew. Let's practice. Does he know how to sew? That's right, he knows how to sew. Example, she knows how to sew. I don't know how to sew, but she knows how to sew. Let's practice. Does she know how to sew? That's right, she knows how to sew. What about you? Do you know how to sew? Very good. The action sew in the past is sewed. That's right, it's pronounced with the long O. Sewed. Plus the D sound. Connected together. Sewed. Ode. Sewed. She sewed a dress. She sewed a beautiful dress. Let's practice. Did she sew a dress? Did she sew a beautiful dress? That's right, she sewed a beautiful dress. And the participle is sewn, with the long O sound. Sewn. Sewn is a participle we use with have or has. I have never sewn anything because I don't know how to sew. She has sewn many things because she knows how to sew. What about you? Have you ever sewn anything? Very good. So remember, when you have EW at the end of the word, you have 3 possible pronunciations. The most common is oo, like new, but sometimes you have the pronunciation u, like few. And the least common is the long O, like so. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.